Today, I will be presenting the research marketing challenges faced by quantity surveying firms in the Eastern Cape, South Africa by J. Surajbali and Professor G. Crawford. This presentation will consist of an introduction, literature review, methodology, results, conclusions, and recommendations. Quantity surveying firms do not fully understand nor use a formal marketing approach. It is often viewed in the industry as unnecessary or merely advertising, and those that do market do so without planning or commitment to continuous use of marketing. In the current construction industry climate, it is vital that firms make full use of marketing, as the South African construction industry is currently suffering a downturn in which work is difficult to come by. The Construction Industry Development Board noted in 2019 that year-on-year investment in construction works has decreased consistently since 2015. There is very little previous research into marketing and quantity surveying firms, almost none of which have been conducted locally, and previous studies have returned varying results regarding how marketing is understood, accepted, and applied in the quantity surveying industry. The objective for this research was to inquire into the understanding of marketing, perceptions and attitudes towards marketing, and application of marketing in order to fully understand the challenges faced by quantity surveying firms. Previous literature has shown us that senior management are generally responsible for marketing in these firms, and usually without any marketing education or training. It has been found that promotional activities which have a lower cost per target audience have been found as generally not useful to firms. When firms do carry out marketing, they do so with the primary focus on building strong consultant-to-client relationships, as this relationship is vital in securing repeat business that these firms are often reliant on. This targeted approach to marketing is more costly than wider promotional activities. The construction industry has characteristics that make marketing difficult. It is dynamic and cyclical in nature. They are conservative and traditional businesses. Projects are limited and usually secured through competitive bidding at the lowest price. Only clients can create demand for services, and the offering is a combination of a product and service. Furthermore, as a professional service firm, quantity surveying firms suffer from a lack of time and financial resources, a lack of expertise, and difficulty differentiating from competitors. It has been found that the entire profession needs to be marketed, as awareness and engagement in quantity surveying is currently low. The methodology for this presentation begins with an interpretivism philosophy and an inductive approach to understand the individual experiences of each participant. A case study strategy was used in a mono-method research seeking out qualitative data. The time period in which it was conducted was short, and so it was conducted across a cross-sectional time horizon. The population consisted of quantity surveying directors and senior managers, with mostly private clients in East London, Port Elizabeth, and Queenstown. The sample consisted of 2 in East London, 2 in Port Elizabeth, and 1 in Queenstown, selected through judgment sampling. The research instrument was a semi-structured interview that consisted of 3 sections. What do directors of quantity surveying firms understand of marketing? How is marketing viewed by directors of quantity surveying firms? And how is marketing applied in quantity surveying firms? The data collected was analyzed using thematic narrative analysis. In terms of results, it has been found that marketing education is nice to have, but not necessary, as true valuable marketing knowledge comes from experience in the quantity surveying profession. The quantity surveyors noted that they market within their interactions with clients, and so the traditional product marketing education in universities is less useful than more practical marketing training to prepare students to market in their profession. The quantity surveying client is difficult to market to due to the long firm selection process. Strong relationships need to be built before any work can be secured, so that the client knows that he can trust the quantity surveyor and ensure that he gets value from that relationship. As noted by participant 1, obviously you build up relationships with certain clients and there's a lot of trust, and they see what sort of value you can bring, and it takes time to get to that level. As such, reputation is important to attract clients, as they need to know the quantity surveyor has a good standing in the industry. This is difficult for new firms that have only recently entered the industry. The necessary relationships that need to be built limits the marketing strategies that can be used by firms to specifically targeted strategies. Participants found that marketing can often be fruitless or may only bear rewards in the future, as they may market to someone who's only interested in conversation or may only carry out work in the future, as noted by participant 3. The marketing is just there to give you some extra visibility and credibility within your industry, more than direct generation of new work. Demand cannot be created by the quantity surveyor through marketing, and there are very few existing and potential clients. Many existing clients are tied to firms in which they have worked with before. In terms of the role marketing plays in quantity surveying firms, firms market only as they deem necessary and usually carry out marketing unplanned or unbudgeted for. As noted by participant 1, there's no specific marketing plan or strategy. It's very much ad hoc or opportunistic type of strategy. Firms have experienced high and low workload cycles, as found in the literature review. The habit of marketing only during workload periods is inappropriate, as has been found and noted by the participants that work does not directly come from marketing activities. As noted by participant 4, when I was busy a year or 2 or 3 ago, I should have been doing a lot more marketing in anticipation of getting more work now, because that's just how these things work. The participants were aware that their habit of marketing in low periods is not beneficial. However, they lack the resources and time to market during high workload. The participants also noted that the profession itself needs to be marketed, as firms are missing out on potential work due to a lack of awareness of the profession. Even on small projects, they may provide services to potential clients who may not know that a quantity surveyor can still provide value. In conclusion, marketing has been accepted by firms in the Eastern Cape, but is not effectively taught and implemented. Marketing application can be altered to stabilize workflow and open new opportunities by marketing during high periods, not just low periods of workload. However, it is important to consider the limitations of firms, as they do not have sufficient time, funds, and resources to market continuously. Therefore, the recommendations based on this research is that, firstly, incorporating more quantity surveying specific marketing education into curricula. Secondly, an effort from the ASAQS, the Association of South African Quantity Surveyors, combined with firms and universities, can promote the quantity surveying profession and open up more job and work opportunities. And finally, greater incorporation of marketing into the operation of firm, particularly with regards to planning, budgeting, and marketing during periods of high work volume to help alleviate difficulties experienced during low workload volumes.